Hey, welcome to J&KPotter. So today I'm going to be taking my infused plantain oil and making it into a salve, as well as I'm going to be harvesting all. Look how much those bloomed out since the other day. Almost every single one of them has bloomed out. I'm going to have a lot of my favorite lettuce seeds. And I'm going to be popping my basil balls out and saving them in a plastic sack and putting them in the freezer. So let's get started. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm Kelly, the K part of J&KPotter. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pop these little balls out and put them in a sack. If you remember, I took quite a few basil leaves, put them in a blender, put just a little bit of water in them, and blended them up. So these are just almost pure basil. So come this winter, when I want to have some basil, or a recipe calls for basil, I'll have some basil on hand. I showed in my last video how the little balls that I've been making and storing have stored from March. And they looked really good still, so I have no doubt that these are going to be coming up just perfect in the freezer when I need to use them. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this beeswax and I'm going to put about a half a cup into these jars and put it into this hot water that I'm actually going to be setting the hot water in the microwave for a little bit, and then I will put the beeswax into these jars and melt them, and then I'll infuse it with my plantain oil. Now what I did to get this plantain oil is I went out in the yard and I cut off some things that people would call weeds, and that is the plantain plant. And I dried it, and then I put it in this jar completely full, and then I put some really nice extra virgin olive oil in it. And this has been sitting in my window for, probably about 2 months. So it is very well infused. I took it and I strained out the plantain and just left me with the oil. And now I'm getting ready to make the salve by putting in the beeswax. So while my water is getting hot, I'm going to be harvesting some of these lettuce seeds. So you could hear them drop in there. But I think I'm going to try to go out a little easier way by putting it in this strainer. Pulling off the little head, just making sure that it's out of the little thing. Oh, that one had a bunch in there. I can hear them. And then just take my little strainer. Oh yeah, look at all them seeds. That was about 6 little heads. I'm going to see what I can get out about 12 and show you. Oh, get up there. Okay, There's 7, 8, 9. There's 10. 11. 12. Can you guys see that? In that corner, all those are seeds. See all those seeds out of just 12 little heads. Okay, I'm going to continue to do that until my beeswax is ready to go into the water. All right. Woo, nice and hot. All right, so I put half a cup of beeswax in this cup, and I'm going to set it down there and see how long it takes it to melt. I'll be stirring it. Oh, window, or it's fogging up. And then I'll be adding it to the plantain oil. Now I decided to go ahead and put my plantain jar in the water as well, and I'm going to be unscrewing that lid, so don't worry that I'm going to leave it on while it's getting hot. If you have never gotten seeds from a lettuce plant, maybe that could be your new thing for this year or whenever. Just be a new thing. It's always good to jump out and do things that you've never done before. And if you're like me, you just jump in and just do it, whether it's right or not. Kind of like this heating up this beeswax. I've never heated up beeswax before. Don't really know how to heat it up, but thought I'd do the kind of like the double broiler thing without being on the stove. You know what's given me pleasure out of doing this gathering of seeds is you can hear the little seeds dropping in there. Just making little tingly noises. Look at all those. Can you see all those? Okay, I'm going to go check on the beeswax. Hey, look at there. Okay, it's starting. On with the seeds. Okay, I've decided to take the beeswax and put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. All right. Let's do that again for another. Let's try 35 seconds. Okay, that last 35 seconds seemed to do it. So I'm just going to pour it into my oil, because my oil is warm. Going to stir this up real good. Till all that wax is melted. As you can see, we're back at the microwave again. I'm going to put that in the microwave for about 20 seconds. And in the meantime, I have half of my plant done. See all them seeds? Isn't that awesome? That's not counting the seeds that fell out. I'm going to have plenty of my favorite lettuce seed. Hey, I heard the beeper. Did you guys? Beep, beep, beep. Okay, guys. That 20 seconds seem to have done it. So now what I'm going to do is just put it in these jars. And then I will have 3 nice little areas. I was looking at my junk area down there. Actually, it's not a junk area, it's just poison area. And see how these set up. I won't be able to show you how they set up until tomorrow. So stay tuned and be sure and watch my next video. Whew, I had to step outside because I was getting pretty warm in that kitchen. It's so humid today. We had that wonderful thunderstorm this morning and it was just awesome. So yeah, be sure and watch the next episodes to see how my salve is doing, and so I can finish up my seeding of my lettuce. And if you've not tried to do collecting seeds from lettuce, do it, because you're really going to enjoy it. I sure have. Enjoy life, you guys. See you next time. Watto.